This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of August 8th, 2022. I'm Alex Brown. In a statement shared to employees on Saturday, Columbus-based Cummins said it is deeply concerned about how Indiana's new abortion law impacts employees and impedes its ability to attract and retain a diverse workforce in Indiana. Cummins says it has been communicating its position on the abortion legislation to employees and directly with legislative leaders before, during, and after the legislative process. The manufacturer said the law will be considered in its decision-making process as it continues to grow its footprint. The statement follows a similar one from Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly and Company, which said it plans to look outside Indiana for future expansion projects. An Indianapolis-based cyber risk management and insurance startup has closed on its second round of seed funding. Trava Security says it will use the $4.5 million investment to further grow its cybersecurity software platform, as well as its sales and marketing departments and cyber risk insurance division. The Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership has named Gina Miller President and Chief Executive Officer. Miller, who has been the COO and CFO for United Way of Central Indiana for nearly a decade, succeeds Moira Karlstedt and begins her new role September 19th. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media delivers business news covering Central Indiana and the entire state. The Indianapolis Business Journal and Inside Indiana Business are now part of the same family. Look to the IBJ for in-depth coverage of Central Indiana's business community and tap into Inside Indiana Business for stories that extend throughout Indiana. 2 resources, unlimited business insights that help you stay informed and get ahead. Learn more at ibj.com and insideindianabusiness.com.
A major semiconductor project in West Lafayette is expected to make a big impact. Here's Gary Dick.
SkyWater Technologies' plan for a $1.8 billion semiconductor production facility at Purdue University isn't as flashy as chip-related announcements in other states, like the $17 billion Samsung Electronics project in Texas, or the $20 billion Intel Corporation development in Central Ohio. But economic development and microelectronics experts say the SkyWater deal is nonetheless a critical step in Indiana's efforts to become a player in microelectronics. SkyWater's decision to open a facility in Indiana came just 2 months after CEO Thomas Sonderman told the IBJ the company hoped to bolster its presence in the state beyond an existing partnership with the Naval Surface Warfare Center in Crane. He said the Global Summit played a major role in that company's decision to land in West Lafayette, as did Purdue's plans to launch its semiconductor engineering degree. President Joe Biden is expected to sign the CHIPS and Science Act this week, considered critical to the U.S. effort to onshore semiconductor production. The bill, which would allocate $52 billion in direct subsidies and $24 billion in tax credits for semiconductor manufacturing in the U.S., was deemed critical for the SkyWater project to move forward. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The city of Bloomington is proposing a plan to take over ownership and operation of the Monroe Convention Center and to pay for an expansion of the venue. Under the proposal, which has the backing of the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce, Visit Bloomington, and Downtown Bloomington, Inc., the city would pay off the county's existing debt on the convention center, estimated at approximately $2 million. The city is also asking the county to transfer any revenue generated by the annual innkeeper's tax that is earmarked for the convention center to the city. City leaders have submitted a proposal to the Monroe County Board of Commissioners and will present the idea tomorrow during the Monroe County Council meeting. The road to recovery. Tourism officials say Indianapolis will be back to pre-pandemic levels before the end of this year when it comes to conventions and hotel bookings, more than a year earlier than anticipated. Visit Indy's Chris Gall.
In 2021, we were proud. No other city in the nation hosted more live in-person events and conventions than Indianapolis, Indiana, 255 to be precise, here at the Convention Center and Lucas Oil Stadium, and that helped create a pathway for us to be stronger and quicker to recover than most major cities.
Gall believes a combination of $7 million in health and safety upgrades to the Indiana Convention Center and Indy hosting all of March Madness last year is the main driver of the city's recovery. Financial consultant Pete the Planner is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.